Hi, I'm Dr. Martin Casassus, and today I'm presenting about time perception experiences in everyday life context in autism. Time perception is not one single process, but a cluster of different cognitive processes. For example, we have time sensitivity, which is the ability on how well can you distinguish between two different durations. To assess those kind of processes, we have very well controlled experiments. However, in everyday life, you are not demanded for distinguishing the duration of a beep of, 342 milliseconds and another one of 380 milliseconds. So in this video, I'm presenting a time perception task that is more naturalistic, that is more real on what you are demanded in everyday life. One of the ways of researching this is by researching time-based prospective memory. In time-based prospective memory, you need to wait for one duration to pass and then perform a predefined action. For example, turn off the TV in 3 minutes. Today, I'm in this setting because I'm working with the Dresden breakfast task. In this task, you need to prepare breakfast for two, the experimenter and the participant. So as you can see, I have two areas, a kitchen area and a dining table. You need to set the table according to a picture that is shown to the participant at the beginning of the study. Then, you need to set the table following certain rules. Two rules are time-based prospective memory, and another two rules are event-based prospective memory. The time-based prospective memory were to remember to put the butter in the table 6 minutes before the guest arrived. The other time-based prospective memory task was to brew the tea for exactly 3 minutes. So, let's start preparing breakfast. As you can see, I have a tablecloth here. That you need to set in the table according to the picture I told you before. So, as you can see, your attentional resources are distributed on the different activities you need to perform in the room. You need to put the plates, the cutlery. So, one of the first things we asked the participants was to plan their task, so they could know what to do first and what to do after. Butter. And because as I was saying, your attentional resources are distributed in the room in the different activities, you cannot keep track on time all the movement or constantly. However, people is able to do it and can do these estimations of 1 minute and 3 minutes very accurately. So one of the things we don't know is how you do that. And if this differs between autistic people and neurotypical people. Previous studies working with this research paradigm or others assessing time-based prospective memory show difficulties in the autistic sample in doing this task as well as the neurotypical sample. Now I think we still need to wait for this T. Let's see the results. In the butter task, where the participants needed to estimate 1 minute, we do have that most of people behaved in a very similar way, the same kind of performance. We do have some outliers in the autistic group that are not present in the neurotypical group, but no statistical difference were reached. In the t-task, we have a very similar situation. Most of the people is behaving in a similar way, and we do have some outliers in both groups. After splitting the sample in different levels of accuracy, the distribution of the samples in these different levels of accuracy was very similar. In summary, time-based prospective memory problems is not a characteristic feature of autism, although some autistic and non-autistic individuals may have atypical perception of durations. Some reported problems related to time perception could be anchored on how consistent or inconsistent people are in their interactions when they use time concepts and not about how well they perceive durations. It is possible that the presence of clocks in previous experiments forces the participant to allocate attention and resources to them and to recalibrate their temporal production accordingly, making the task more complex. And finally, please don't say that autistic people have no sense of time. So, I think now this tea is ready.